Sell Your Car UK is back and delighted to offer for sale this fabulous Honda Civic Type S. Now this is the Type S you want. This is the 1.4 automatic. So it's not got that silly gas guzzling 1.8. Your fuel economy is going to be much better in this one. Not to mention as well, the insurance is going to be cheaper, and it's only producing 132 grams of CO2 per kilometre. So your road tax is going to be cheaper as well. Now it's still got all of the trimmings of the Type S. It's quite a dark day here actually. The sun has just gone in, so it's really looking mean in this beautiful dark grey metallic. But you've got the body kit on it, the anodized alloy wheels in also a dark grey. It is fabulous. Of course, this is the 3-door version that you're looking at right now, and as I mentioned as well, it is the automatic. So it's got that very funky kind of CVT auto gearbox. This car as well has got some other little options as well. You can see as we're coming around the back that it's got parking sensors. It's got front and rear parking sensors, and then it's also got some other funky little bits going on as well. Electrically operated wing mirrors, as you'd expect, electric windows, but this has also got automatic climate control, a very funky stereo system, and a beautiful interior of half velour, half cloth seats in black. You can really see now, this is where the light is in this video, you can really now appreciate that fabulous colour. Dark grey, it just looks amazing on this car, especially with those wheels. Now it's a privately owned vehicle being sold exclusively using the services here at Sell Your Car UK. As such, there are some marks on the car which I'm going to take you around in due course so that you know exactly what it is that you're coming down to see. So let's get started with that actually, and we're going to start at the front, and you can see already here some stone chips on the bonnet. There's one, a couple more over here as well. The car's done 27,000 miles, has a full Honda service history. The last service was completed in August 2015, so it is due a service based on age, certainly not on mileage, and it will be coming as well with a full year's MOT. The MOT expires in the middle of August of 2016, so it will come with a full 12 months MOT, although that is dependent on when you pick up the car, because obviously we're going to be MOTing it when the current one expires. Looking at the bodywork of the car, as I mentioned, it has got parking sensors. That's not, unfortunately, been enough to stop it from picking up a little scuff just down here on the front corner. Nothing too serious. And also, just on the front here, I'm being very fussy now, just showing you these, but I want to make sure that you know exactly what it is you're coming down to see. And just showing you now down this corner here, which is all good. Carrying on now down the driver's side of the car, just to show you there's no scratches or dents or anything like that on this wing. Showing you the wheel, you've got good brakes, lots of life left in the discs and in those pads as well. You can even see them on this video. There's loads of life left in those pads. Alloy wheel doesn't need refurbing. There are some little marks on it to be expected for a used car. Currently on its second keeper. The current keeper who's selling the car using our services acquired the vehicle in April 2014, and it's a 2-lady owner car from new. Just showing you there, you've got lots of life left in the tyres. Indicator lights on the wing mirrors, no scuffs. Now just to show you here, I'm showing you this door. It's a heck of a big door on these 3-door Honda Civics. There is a small ding just down here, which you can see just about. There you go, you can make it out there, that line. So it's a little line going along here. Looks a lot worse on the video, let me tell you that now. It's really not that bad, and in fact if I stand back from the car, you can see that kind of really vanishes. You kind of need to really bounce around in the light to see it. It is there though. It's not going to cost the earth to fix, but the car is being sold in the condition you see it in this video, and it's priced accordingly. There's that very cool body kit for the Type S. You can see the wheel arches, extensions, and this side skirt going along the base of the car. Carrying on around the car, another little mark just here on the wheel arch on this bit of moulding. But otherwise, no other dents or dings or scratches or scrapes. And I'll just show you this rear wheel now. It's in good condition. Little bit of curbing, but nothing too severe. There you go, you can see that. And again, you've got good brakes at the rear. And hard to see the pads there, but it all seems to be fine. It drives very nicely. I've had the pleasure, and of course we've had the car inspected as well here at SellYourCarUK, but all inspections are welcome. So if you want to bring along a mechanic or indeed arrange an AA inspection, something like that, then as I say, we're more than happy to accommodate that here. Now, carrying on around the car, as I say, you've got rear parking sensors, but again, that hasn't stopped a little bit of damage occurring to the rear bumper here. Little scuffs and the like, very minor. And actually the colour of the car kind of hides a multitude of sins should you want to commit them. Again, you've got a lovely body kit going on, and you've got these fabulous triangular tailpipes, which is a real shame they've decided not to continue that on the new shape Civic, in my opinion, because I think they look absolutely amazing, especially as they are dual exhausts. Looks fabulous. Continuing on just with the condition report here, we can see another little scratch just there, very minor, but otherwise it's all very tidy. Carrying on round to this side now, another little mark, and down the bottom here, again, a few more little scuffs, very tiny, because obviously if I show you from a distance, they just vanish. And again, just showing you that side as well. No dents or anything like that, or scratches on the rear tailgate, where you've got this very funky split rear window with the brake light in the middle. Very cool feature, that. And also just to show you the Type S badge, which is a really nice touch. Looks cool, that. These lights look amazing as well. I love this shape Civic, it's got to be said. I think they've made it too big and too bulbous, the new shape. It's just my opinion, but I'm sticking to it. Right, carrying on now, down the passenger side of the car. We're carrying on with this condition report. I might be being very fussy. I might have already put you off the car, but if I have done, then that's great, because now you haven't had to waste time coming to see it. You're obviously more fussy than even I am, but if you are still watching, then obviously you're accepting that these marks are part and parcel of buying a used car from a private seller, and that's exactly the service we offer here at SellYourCarUK. So you're going to pick up this car for a lot less money than you would do if you're buying it from a dealer. And all of these little marks that I'm showing you, they can easily be rectified. We can have all of it sorted out before you even take delivery of the car, and it won't cost the earth. It's just the case that the seller doesn't want to spend any money on the vehicle, which is entirely their prerogative, and as such it's coming as you see it in this video, and the price reflects the condition. So I've just shown you here a couple of little marks on the alloy wheels, and I showed you a very small amount of marks on the actual mouldings of the wheel arch as well. And again, good tyres and good brakes. The passenger side has no dings, no dents. I showed you the wing here, and I'm now just showing you this other enormous door. And there's no marks, no scratches, no scrapes. It's all in good condition over here. And again, another wing mirror with the indicator lens all intact, and no scuffs over here. Front wing on this side, clean as a whistle, and that's a whistle that's clean, obviously, because I don't know where that expression comes from. So just showing you as well the mouldings. And the final wheel here, this is probably the worst offender of the wheels. It's quite a fair amount of curbing on this one in comparison to the other ones, but still relatively minor. I've seen a considerable amount worse than this, but it is possible to rectify it should you wish to do so, if this car is going to you. Good discs again, good pads, which I can't show you, but I can tell you they are. And good tyres, lots of life left in them. Finally, just to show you the glass, no stone chips. It's an enormous expanse of windscreen, but you can see the condition there, the reflection of the sky, and you can see there's no stone chips there. And that brings us back neatly to where we began, here at the front of the car. So now you've got an absolutely perfect idea of exactly how this car is coming. So let's have a look inside. Now you've got one key for the car. There was a second, but it sadly has been lost, and so we're only getting one key with it. It looks like this. Press the little button to unlock the car. And as we approach it now, I shall show you the interior. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, you've got this very funky half velour, half cloth interior. It's in good condition. There are a couple of little marks on it. Velour is one that does pick up the marks. It's a bit hard sometimes to clean, requires perhaps a steam clean or a full shampoo, but there's no tears, there's no smells either. It's never been used to transport dogs or indeed smokers for that matter. There's no smell of cigarette smoke in this car. Manually operated seats, and those can be lifted as well. They are height adjusted on the front drivers. Over on the door panel here, you can see you've got the controls for the electric windows and the electric mirrors. Those electric windows are auto one touch operation. No mats. Possibly did have at one time, because we've got those little things down there, but the mats are no longer available. They're no longer coming with the car. Just show you that on the passenger side as well. The velour continues throughout, obviously. Passenger seats in good condition, and you've also got a velour centre armrest as well, which also has storage and an auxiliary port and an additional power socket as well. Cup holders in the middle here, which you can adjust accordingly, I think, anyway. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. So now you can have your cup holders here, or you can just use it as a big storage pot. Another power socket. This one's got a cigarette lighter, and in here a bit more storage. Now in between all of those storage things, you may have noticed this very funky gear shift. So this is your automatic gear lever, which has a manual override on it as well. You can just see here it says AM, not showing up brilliantly. There we go. You can now see the A/M, so that means automatic or manual. So you can adjust the gears yourself. There's the minus, there's the plus. Now we're not going to drive the car in this video, but all test drives are welcome, and then you can experience that gear shift for yourself. It drives very nicely, and it's nice to have the manual override. Before I jump in, I'm just going to pull the seat forward and just show you the back of the car. You've got ISOFIX points, 3x3 seat belts, 3 headrests as well. Comfortably will seat 3 small children and potentially 3 relatively sized adults as well. A little bit of a mark here on the back seat. As I said, the velour is a bit of a tricky one to clean, so a good steam clean might get that out, but accept please that that is the condition that the vehicle is coming in. It's in good condition though, really. Nice clear grey headliner, which just gives a little bit more light into the cabin. Pop the seat back there, and I'm going to jump in the car now and demonstrate to you that it is in all working order. So now as we turn the key, that 0.8, I'll show you that in a moment. I'm just going to press the button over here, which is the start stop button, as the sun now decides to come out and make it very bright in the cabin here. So that's your start stop button. There's no warning lights on the dash. The only ones it's on are one telling me to put some petrol in. As you can see, it's very low on fuel. And then these ones up here telling me to take the handbrake off and put my seatbelt on. We're not going to be doing that because we're not going to be going for a drive in the car. As I said, all test drives are welcome. There's just no point us driving it here. Now you've got a beautiful dash. I really love this here. So you've got this fantastic display here. The sun having just come out is causing us a little bit of trouble here in this video, but it's showing 27,000 miles. Above that here, you've got a separate dash which is showing you your speed. And that little orange eye over there is just saying information, and that's relative to the fact that the petrol is very, very low. The eco, that lights up in green lights to tell you how economically you're driving, and the N over here is just telling us what gear we're in at the moment. So for example, if I move the gear lever down to reverse, or if I move it across to automatic, or push it again to manual. That 0.6 you could hear, and the 0.8 is this. This is your parking sensors. It's a stalemate system which shows you there the distance behind you that you have, or in front indeed, and also shows you with a little scale as you are getting closer or further away from something, from an obstacle. Over here you've got another screen. This one's showing the clock at the moment, and if I put on the air conditioning, which I shall do simply by pressing the button for it, then it also shows you down the bottom here, you can see it says auto low. I can turn that temperature up, so you've got a nice little display here for that, and the air conditioning off or on. I'll turn that right down. All those controls are here, so I'll just turn those fans down so you can hear me. And just above that, you've also got a little button here which is for the heated rear screen and heated wing mirrors as well. Now moving to the left, you've got a very nice stereo which works very nicely. I'll push that to turn it on. Choose a station. Oh, it's set to quite a lot of bass there.
Him over to the States and everything, and he just was going to play live by his...
I'll turn that off because otherwise I've got to start paying YouTube for that. But the stereo works absolutely fine. That is still telling me I've got to 0.6. Thank you, 0.6. That's very helpful. Thank you very much. So yes, the stereo works absolutely fine. Everything works fine. You've got a multi-function steering wheel, so you can adjust that stereo using the controls on the steering wheel. And you've also got a trip computer over here. Pressing this little I will change the display here. It's currently showing me 24 miles worth of fuel in the tank, which is quite far considering how low that needle is. And then other bits and bobs over here. You've got your traction control button over here where it says VSA. And then vehicle stability assist, and then you've also got your vents. These are for your air conditioning. Nice looking things. It's a lovely interior, I must say. All the Honda Civics of this range were, but this is particularly nice. You've got this nice carbon fiber look, which is part of the Type S, which continues on around here as well, although the sun's not going to help me show you it in its best light. You've got also this sort of anodized aluminium trim that's going on around the dash, around the gear lever, excuse me. And as I said to you before, this interior, again a bit more of that anodized metal look, this interior with the velour and the cloth, it just looks really, really smart. For the Type S, I think it's, well, the Type R obviously is the top of the range, but the Type S is a fantastic model to have gone for. So yeah, if this car's for you, then kudos, you're doing very well, you're getting a great car. Right, I'm going to turn the car off. It's not much more to show you with regards to that. As I say, we're not going to drive it. A couple of bits and bobs actually, which I forgot to mention. You can also adjust those gears using the paddles. It has paddle shifts. So you can go up the gears without taking your hands off the wheel, or down them for that matter, simply by flicking those paddles. And then obviously behind that you've got a little thing there for your lights and indicators, and over this side behind it you've got something for your windscreen wipers. All very straightforward. So I'm going to jump out. Just last thing I'll show you as I do is those pedals, very cool, like cross-drilled look pedals, very sporty looking. And you've also got kick plates as well, so you can see it says the Type S logo down there. Now I'm going to come round to the boot, because in true Sell Your Car UK style, in the boot we have all of the documents relating to the vehicle. So we've got the logbook over here showing the 2 owners from new. Apologies, I'll get myself in the way here just to give a bit better light. The shadow there being cast. So it's showing one former keeper. I'm not going to show you all the details. In fact, I'm showing you the postcode of the previous keeper, which is enough to breach data protection. But what I can show you is all of the document reference number and the registration details. We block them out on the video for our own protection. But at this point of the video, if you are still watching, then by all means it's no problem if you want to take that number plate and do your own HPI checks or MOT history checks. We've got the most recent MOT done on the vehicle before the current one, which is the one that expires in the middle of August. That expires on the 11th of August 2016. There were some advisory items, but really nothing to write home about. One being that the front number plate is deteriorated but not likely to be misread. That's just an advisory. And likewise the under tray fitted obscuring some underside components. Means nothing really, just whatever. It's just one of those silly advisories, but anyway, it's there. Carried out by Crown Motors at the same time and mileage as the service. So this was done in August 2015 at 24,651 miles. Likewise, so was the service. They didn't stamp the book on that occasion, but we do have the bill that accompanies it. It is a full Honda service history showing 4 stamps in the book, and we've got all 4 bills that are all in these 4 little wallets over here. I'm not going to go through it all in this video, but by all means give us a call and I'll be happy to run through all of the service history details. Now underneath that service history you might notice that there is a boot. That boot is very, very clever. Oh, just to show you before I move them, you've also got all of the handbooks. So here is the handbook for the car, and it comes in this very neat little wallet. And I'm going to move all of that into the middle here of this section because the Honda's got a fantastic little trick up its sleeve. In fact, no, I'm going to move it all out of the way completely, just thinking about it logically, because this section of the boot here, as you can see my shadow, this section of the boot here lifts up and can be attached here to this hook on the bottom of the parcel shelf, and that now gives you extra storage. So you can now put more stuff down here, hide them from view as well when you put this tray back down. But if you want to, you can also do this very clever trick of putting this forward and dropping that down completely. So now that becomes the boot floor, which is deeper. So you've actually got a larger boot space now. You don't need any space for a spare tyre because it's on run flats, and we've got the locking wheel nut and all the tools for it. And this just affords you a bit of extra space inside the vehicle so that you can pop in here, I don't know what, extra shopping, kids' toys, whatever it is you need. The parcel shelf stays up there until you fold it down, but that can be taken out. And you can also see you've got 60-40 split rear seats with tether points should you have a child seat you want to put in that requires them. The 60-40 split means that you can either have this side down or this side down or both, just to give you a little bit more load space in the car. So there we have it. That's all the docks and the boot. I'll shut that boot and I will now come back around as the sun has come out for the end of this video. So you can really see actually now the shine on that car. The metallic grey is a fabulous colour on this. And there we have it. Warranties are available. We provide warranties from Warranty Wise. Do have a chat with us about that, as there are additional costs, and we can facilitate that for you should you require it. Likewise as well, if you need finance or want to do a part exchange, do please give us a call here to discuss it. All test drives, viewings and inspections are welcome, but there's only one place to get this gorgeous Honda Civic Type S 1.4 VTEC automatic, and that is exclusively using the services here at SellYourCarUK. Thanks for watching.